It's beer o'clock on Reload Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Brewdog and it's a bottle of their Hinterland. It's either an Imperial Stout or an Imperial Porter. One of the two. I think it's an Imperial Stout. It's got a lovely kind of fade to black style label on it. It's 9% ABV. There's the bottle cap. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the opening. Beer in the glass, look at that. I give it quite a rigorous pour just to pull out that lovely tan coloured head for you guys. It's a very deep, rich, almost kind of chocolatey coloured head. It's a 2-finger head there with nice levels of carbonation rolling up the side of the glass. It's a jet black beer. There's no light getting through into that beer at all. It's dark as night. Looking forward to the aroma on this one. But first of all, can you tell if it's a... What can my eyes tell, first of all, if it's a clear beer? If you were going to call a stout clear, this would be it. There's no real signs of any yeast or sediment in the beer. So I would say clear for a stout. Aroma. You know, I think Brewdog have learned over the years from their visits to Scandinavia. I think that they've really caught on to this, what I personally called a Scandinavian style stout. For me, a Scandinavian style stout looks exactly like this. It's a lovely thick dense head. It's a jet black beer and it's just so thick and gloopy and lovely that the beer is basically based on the mouthfeel alone. That big, thick, dense mouthfeel. Smells of coffee, vanilla. It's a little figgy, a little wafery. Lots of berry in there. And maybe a bit of plum. A plum stroke fig aroma. Let's dive into this wonderfully smelling beer. Yeah, absolutely. Stone the Crows. This is one hell of a beer. I know it's a kind of a little bit of a depressed Stone the Crows. I'm not kind of waving my arms around and going crazy like I sometimes do, but there's a reason for that, and that's because I'm thinking about all of the flavours and I'm comparing it to some of the amazing Danish, Swedish, Norwegian Imperial stouts that I've had over the years, and this is right up there with that for me classic Scandinavian style stout. So, as soon as that beer touches the lips, it's all about just how dense it is, just how big and bold the beer is. And that's your initial feeling. Before the flavour, before anything else kicks in, it's that boomph, it's that big, heavy, dense beer. And then, of course, the flavours come rolling through, that lovely wafer flavour, that lovely kind of vanilla, raisin, plum, fig flavour that comes through is just wonderful. It's slightly vinous. But it's just super creamy with a lovely hint of carbonation that just stops the beer being too heavy and dead. But I noticed that Brewdog on their Instagram accounts, James Watt and their Facebook account and their Twitter account that they have been travelling to Norway, and they do some collaborations with people in Scandinavia. Maybe I think maybe Evil Twin, I think they might have done a collaboration with, or they're travelling back and forth. And I think the reason why they go there is to learn this style of beer, is to learn how to create this style of beer. I have been I've been banging the drum for this style of beer for probably the last 2 to 3 years. In my own personal discovery of beer, these imperial stouts and these imperial porters from Scandinavia have been the best imperial stouts that I have ever tried. And I don't mind standing here and saying that. And I think that it's not just me who's banging the drum for these styles of beer. I think it's other people, and obviously now brewers are now thinking to themselves, what's their secret? How do they brew such amazing imperial stouts and imperial porters? And I think it's the density. It's the real density of these beers. So lots of chocolate, lots of coffee, lots of caramel, and then lots of vinous flavours that just keep piling through. As I said earlier, your vanilla, your fig, your raisin, your little bit of blackcurrant in there. It's just a fantastic style of beer. But the key ingredient for me, before the flavour, is that mouthfeel, is that big, dense, rich mouthfeel. I cannot get my message across enough. Rating for this 9% ABV beer. It's a 9 out of 10. It's a 9 out of 10 for Real Craft Beer. A really solid beer, a really good beer. Please go out and try it. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Cheers.